Hello!
Hello,
Hello! Welcome to Those Girls with a Podcast.
Hi, guys.
Fran isn't here this week because she's off being an actress and doing way better things than we are, so.
Lucky.
She'll be back next week, I think. But, it's just me and Georgia and Heather this week.
Hello.
And just lots of movie shit going on. I might have to find the 2000 whatever version of Star Trek with Chris Pine, just so I can go see Star Trek Into Darkness, because it looks really freaking rad.
Mm-hmm.
Benedict Cumberbatch has been on the talk show circuit, and I just keep seeing clips, and it just keeps looking really cool. So I never saw the Star Trek movie. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, so I don't know how well I'm going to be included with the movie, because I'm not a big Star Trek fan.
I hadn't really watched any Star Trek when I saw the movie. You don't really need to, so
Really?
You should be fine.
Yeah.
Nah.
We want to talk about, so it's like the middle of May, which means that there are going to be a lot of TV shows that won't be coming back for the 2013-2014 season. And IMDb wrote up an article saying, like, which shows got picked back up, which shows are going to be leaving. And, I mean, this list is kind of like, you know, the shows are going to be leaving, obviously, like, Fringe, which ended this season, 30 Rock, which ended this season. And there's just a lot of them that I'm kind of sad. I know a lot of people who were sad about Smash ending.
Yeah, everybody on my Facebook is just all pissed off about it.
Yeah, my best friend,
I never even heard of it.
my best friend really loves that show, and she quit watching Glee, and then she found a show like Smash, and she said it's just way better, but Glee continues to be more popular, and she is so pissed off about that. And of course,
I never watched Smash, so.
And of course, stuff like Vampire Diaries got picked back up, Supernatural, of course.
I know, it's funny how some, like, they list all these shows and how, like, they mention that some of them are coming back, and it's like, you read it and it's like, well, duh.
Oh, shit, Supernatural, Simpsons,
I'm surprised.
Family Guy, shit
Yeah.
like that, you know.
I'm surprised Beauty and the Beast is coming back. Like, I haven't watched it, but I've heard, like, mixed things. Some people say it's good, some people say it sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of surprised that's back.
I saw not the last, but the preview I saw. They got the Beast guy is telling I don't know what the name of the girl that's supposed to be the beauty is, that she can't be.
I think it's Catherine.
Catherine? She can't be with some guy. Like, he's trying to control who she can date, I guess. And I'm like,
So it's an Edward Bella thing.
what is it with the fucking super controlling men that we seem to find or society seems to find okay now? I'm just thinking, you need to get away from him.
I don't know. I think Twilight sort of lowered the bar on
Yeah, right.
Male lead standards. You know, if he's stalkerish and creepy, that must mean he really cares, right?
Fun fact, did you know Survivor is in its 26th season right now?
Why?
God bless America.
God bless Survivor. I've stopped watching. I watched Survivor for a while, like when I was younger, but then I'm like, this.
I think I watched a little of it once, but like when it first started, like the first season, and I just remember thinking, this is the stupidest thing ever, and now look at it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Community got picked back up. So yay for Community. Parks and Rec, which I'm happy about. I like Parks and Rec.
Ugh, I don't like Parks and Rec. My sister loves that show.
It's alright. I like it. It's not on here, but The Office is actually airing their very last episode this week. They're gonna wrap everything up with The Office this week, which I'm really sad about because I do love The Office, and me and my mom would watch it every week. And
I'm surprised New Girl's coming back, because like my sister loves that show too, and oh my god, it's so annoying.
People love Zooey Deschanel. I think she's cute. I haven't seen New
like
Girl.
Her. I mean, I like her. I understand her appeal, but it's not even her. It's just the other people on the show.
Can I just ask,
like her roommates.
Can I just ask why so many people say they hate Two Broke Girls, yet it is still coming back?
I like
for
that
a third season. Like
it's pretty crass, and it can actually be a little racist with its portrayal of their boss.
I love Kat Dennings.
I'm in love with Kat Dennings.
I love Kat Dennings, but everything I hear about the show is negative. So who are the people who are watching it?
Maybe my boyfriend, because I think he watches it.
I completely missed this season, but I watched the first season, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty funny.
I've been meaning to try and check it out, because it looks cute.
It is flawed, though. So.
Well, yeah, nothing's perfect.
The portrayal of their boss is pretty racist.
Oh, really? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, you need to stop with that.
Ooh.
Once Upon a Time is still gonna go on, so.
I need to catch up on that. I haven't watched it, and I want to so bad, but I can't, find the first season. Well, actually, I think it's on Netflix, so I've just been putting it off.
Netflix. I watched an episode when my mom was watching it, and I'm like, this is awful. So awful.
Of course, Game of Thrones is still gonna go.
Well, if it didn't, then what would happen with your podcast career?
and it's still
and
its little bastard cousin show, which I think airs on History Channel. It's called Vikings, which looks exactly like Game of Thrones. It looks.
What? Isn't Game of Thrones in medieval times and Vikings are
Vikings are Vikings? Game of Thrones is like a fantasy world. It doesn't take place in a real world.
Oh, okay.
Walking Dead's still coming back.
Yeah.
They put down. I have heard a lot of people not liking the fact that they canceled this show called Southland.
I think I've heard about that. I think there are some people, it has its fans. So.
Spartacus isn't coming back, which I'm sad about because I still need to watch Spartacus. From what I hear, there's a lot of gay sex in it. So I just totally need to watch that.
If it's Roman gladiators, of course there's gay sex.
Yeah. Also Dexter is ending. I don't know how many of y'all watch Dexter. I don't, but I know people who do.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't have HBO or Showtime or anything, so I don't watch any of those shows.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm too lazy. I don't know. If I find a show that I really like, I'll look for it. But I don't know. There's all these shows that I've been meaning to watch and I just put off.
Yeah.
They've also, it says on the list that Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment whatever is not coming back, and I'm kind of glad just because that title is so.
Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment. Yeah,
that's horrible. I'm surprised that even I don't forget the show, just with a title. I'm surprised they could get away with a title like that.
I've never heard of that show before. I don't know what it's about.
It's about a bitch in Apartment 23. I guess. It's all of her roommates hate her, but it's just like with all this, pro-feminist stuff going on in the world, and a title like that gets on TV is very shocking.
And it's sad to say. It's really sad to say, but I'm glad Whitney is getting canceled because I love Whitney Cummings, and her comedy is not meant for a sitcom. She needs to go back and do stand-up on Chelsea Handler, and...
You really think she's funny?
I like the stuff I've seen of her stuff I like, but I don't like her sitcom. I hate it. It's horrible.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm almost glad it's getting canceled so she can go do other stuff.
Yeah, I haven't seen her show either, but I think I've seen some of her stand-up along with Chelsea's, and they're both, I like them, but that's it. I just like them. Some of their stuff is hit and miss, so, whatever.
I like Chelsea lately a lot, so...
yeah, a lot of people do.
Parenthood's a good show. I'm glad that's coming back. I think it's a really good show.
I think I've seen an episode of that. I can't remember.
And, you got the animated shows, the Fox animated shows, Bob's Burgers, which I hear is good. I haven't watched it. Family Guy, American Dad, and The Simpsons are all coming back. Reality show-wise, The X Factor, Survivor, and The Voice are all coming back. No word on American Idol, but I think they're doing auditions. They announced auditions for next season, so I'm assuming that American Idol is still going to keep going, even though nobody is watching it anymore.
Apparently Burn Notice didn't get renewed. That's sad. I like Burn Notice.
Burn Notice. That's been going
My
on for
husband
a
is
while.
obsessed with that show. He's going to be sad.
Isn't that the one with Bruce Campbell in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's not coming back? Or...
No. It says the
Aw.
7th will be its last season.
Bummer.
I think that show Defiance, which has been getting a lot of attention right now. They made a game out of it, which apparently sucked, but or like they're parallel with each other, the game and this TV show. And I hear the TV show is okay, but the game is awful. So.
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I want to.
Gossip Girl is ending. I didn't know that.
I didn't even know that was still on.
Gossip Girl's been on for a while, but apparently not picking it back up. So, they've been going for 6 seasons. So that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough. Really enough, Gossip Girl. Seriously.
I never watched it, but my sophomore year, I roomed with like 5 sorority chicks, and every Monday, like no matter like throughout the rest of the week, they would once in a while see each other, but every Monday they would get together in the common room and watch it.
Oh yeah,
I would hear the whole thing.
The target audience from everyone that I have heard who watches Gossip Girl is literally high school girls and college girls and gay guys. Like that is the audience for Gossip Girl.
Hey, at least it's an audience.
Oh yeah. And ABC is finally, they announced that they're going to pick up the S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show. Yay! Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is coming to TV this year.
I'm still trying to figure out what that would be about. Just, besides Coulson being awesome.
I said on the podcast last week, I'm pretty sure it's a prequel. But no, it's not a prequel. It happens. No, it's. I think Joss Whedon basically said, like, yeah, Coulson's still alive. Like.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Well, that happens in comics all the time, so.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah, he got better.
Well, they're going to explain it, I hope.
He got better.
Yeah. ABC actually picked up a lot of new shows.
You know what? They'll probably just say it was a clone.
No, which one of y'all was Once Upon a Time fan?
Well, I want to watch it. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks good.
Once Upon a Time is getting a spin-off show called Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, so it's going to be their take on Alice in Wonderland, which that should be cool. I haven't watched Once Upon a Time, but there's a show that I have really high hopes for this one. It's called Super Fun Night. Rebel Wilson is starring and writing in it, and Conan O'Brien is one of the executive producers. And
wait, what's it called?
Super Fun Night.
I like that name.
It's basically Rebel Wilson plays this girl, and she and her friends have, like, a Friday night fun night, and they've had it every Friday for, like, 13 years. So I guess that's them, growing up and stuff like that. But Rebel Wilson's... I love her. I love her to death. And Conan O'Brien's one of my favorite comedians of all time. So I have really high hopes for that, and I hope it doesn't suck. But I'm basically excited for that, and then Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which will star Clark Gregg and a bunch of other people I've never heard of.
The clone of Coulson.
Yeah. And Kobe Smulders, who said she was gonna make an appearance a couple times in the show, so I'm not holding out for her being in it too much, which sucks, but...
Oh, why not? I mean, I can't... What else is she doing?
She's on How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So that's what else she's doing. But she says that she's not gonna let that, like, get in the way of, like, recording other stuff, but whatever,
Cool.
I'm happy for that show, and I just want more Avengers just all around, and...
Oh, who doesn't?
It's gonna be great. I can't think of what would happen if, like... say if, like, they did that with, like, all highest-grossing movies. Like, what if they had made a TV show out of Avatar or something?
That would have been very expensive, very pretentious, probably wouldn't have lasted... I'd give it at least 2 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think they could have a show of that. Like, wasn't that an expensive movie to make? And then, like, churn out an episode with that budget?
Yeah.
We'd be in like, more debt than we are now.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Oh,
But it probably could work with other movies.
oh yeah. Like,
Now I'm just trying to think of more.
they could make just... They give Robert Downey Jr. a television show and just have it be about Tony Stark. Like,
or a Pirates of the Caribbean show.
that would be... I would probably make that.
But again, a lot of money.
No one else would be wanting to make it except me. That would be the thing.
Well, no, I bet there's some other people out there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how many movies were there? There is an audience.
There's gonna be... They're making a fifth one, so... Hopefully. I think they're making a fifth one. To Doctor Who fans, I'm so sorry, but Matt Smith has shaved his head for a movie role.
That's what they make wigs for. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna post, like...
No, it won't be convincing enough.
Here's what Matt Smith looked like with his cute hair. And now, here's the picture of it gone. It's a movie that's going to be directed by Ryan Gosling, and he had to shave
scared
it.
me though. Like, I thought you were about to say that Matt Smith decided he doesn't want to be the Doctor anymore. I'm like, no.
He's doing a movie. No.
And the whole internet would just like rampage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any Doctor Who news that needs to be addressed to? Since I'm not totally into Doctor Who.
I'm aware of, but I haven't really been paying that much attention the last week or so.
Oh God.
I've got some. I'll have some information for the non-Who fans. The Doctor shaved his head. You still don't have to care.
Oh yeah, basically.
The end.
They'll CG his hair back in.
They will.
Sadly, that probably would happen. They CG everything, so why not?
Seamless.
And give him a beard too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why the hell not? You know. That would be hilarious. Give him like different hairstyles. Like one scene he could have like his regular hair, and the next scene he'd have like a fro.
And then like one scene he'd have like Super Saiyan Goku hair.
Yeah, and then like cornrows or something. Just like different ones each scene.
Oh yeah.
I would actually watch that. That would be hilarious.
Jesus Christ. So what have y'all been doing this week? Tell me a story.
I posted the 3rd episode of my show, so nice. And I'm gonna try and work on the 4th one this weekend, or at least scripting. It's a pretty intense movie called The Bunny Game. I actually found out about it from a group on Facebook. If anybody's listening, it's called, what is it? Sickest movies from the world, and it's exactly that. It's just a lot of really fucked up shit from all over the world, and one of them was this movie. And I don't know, something about it just intrigued me, and I found a copy, and it's some fucked up shit.
Oh yeah.
And yet there's no blood. It's all like, it's kind of like mind games and stuff. It's literally just like this hooker gets kidnapped by a trucker and he tortures her, and that's it. That's literally the entire movie.
Yeah, fun for the whole family.
Oh no.
But no, it's pretty good. Just, you know, pretty hard to sit through. But if you can, I'd say give it a shot. So I've decided since that's such an intense thing, I'm gonna do something more lighthearted for my next review.
Yay.
I found this vampire comedy that I've been really wanting to talk about. So called Suck.
Oh God.
Oh, you've seen it?
No, but I've seen it like on Netflix, and I was like, oh dear God.
It's pretty good.
Really?
I like it, and yeah, and there's a bunch of cameos, and everybody else in it is really good, and I don't know, the music is all right, but yeah, it's pretty funny. So I'm just gonna try and take some notes about it and stuff, but we'll see what happens.
How about you, Heather? What have you been doing?
I actually finally got a chance to play Pathfinder with some friends, so that was cool.
Yay!
A couple nights this week.
There's actually like a gaming shop that opened in town recently that has like comics and like Magic the Gathering,
nice,
like games and shit. And like I want to almost ask them like, do you guys do like D&D in Pathfinder? Because I really do want to learn how to play.
This is my first time playing any like tabletop RPG.
Yeah, I'm so like, I love doing research about it. I find it really interesting. But my brain cannot comprehend, like, how to play or anything like that.
There's ways to figure that out. Like, well, besides talking to my boyfriend, you could, there's, like, books you can get, and, I think, doesn't Spoonie do, like, a show for D&D people? Like,
yeah. Which I like listening to every now and then, yeah.
One of his earlier episodes of that, he mentioned, like, for beginners, he mentioned, like, a couple books that you could go find. I forget what they were, but, like, you could do that. It's not hard. It's more intimidating than it looks, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm afraid to play because I'm so, like, there are certain areas where I can be, like, so shy I don't want to do stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'll be able to role play because I'll feel like such a spaz.
Oh, yeah.
But it's quite fun, so I'm enjoying playing.
Yeah, and the best way to start is just to make a character that's, like, it doesn't really have to be a character, it can just sort of just be you as a fictional person. That's sort of what my character is in a way. And, you know, that makes it easier, so you can just do something like that. But there are ways to get around it, Greer, so.
Oh, yeah.
You'll find something.
I know. I'll figure it out eventually. Eventually I'll find somebody to just explain things to me. I did something yesterday.
Oh my god, you did?
I did something yesterday that I don't know why I did this. So
what did you do?
So like 4 years ago, I was on Gaia Online, which is,
what's that?
Do you guys know what Gaia is at all? It's
I do.
Yeah, I had one, and I haven't been on Gaia in 4 years, but I had one for years. I was obsessed with Gaia.
Can someone tell me what Gaia is?
Gaia is a little social networking site that's been around for like 10 years. They've been around forever. And you basically make a little avatar of yourself, you can collect gold, you can play little games, there's forums, you can buy clothes for your avatar, you can sell clothes for your avatar, and it's like, it's big in the anime community, like, because there's, the avatars look very anime-ish, and they have really outlandish things to put on your little avatar, and I haven't been on there in like 4 years, ever since I started really getting into pop culture again. And I kind of I didn't phase out of anime, but I phased out of, like, the Gaia stuff. So, yesterday, I went back to Gaia. I haven't been on there in 4 years. And I found my login again, and I logged back into Gaia after 4 years. And
oh, wow.
Just picture, like, and I couldn't even remember what my little character looked like, so I, like, redesigned her a little bit, and, like, I'm going through and just buying stuff, and I had so much, like, little monies saved up that I'm like, wow, I had that much money, and I think it's, I don't know, just, like, if any of you guys have a Gaia, and just go log back in. Find your login, and log back in. Just do it. Because, I don't know, I'm kind of been... This is the second time in 2 days I've just logged back on and just like, well, I could buy stuff and go back and buy stuff for a little character, and I haven't done it. Nostalgic. I haven't done it in so long, and I'm just like, I don't even know why I quit. I just kind of phased out because I'm like, and saving up all this gold is too hard. It's really hard to get gold, you guys.
Yeah, the economy's rough even on the internet.
Oh, yeah, the economy on Gaia is awful. But, I mean, it's, like, is there, like, a social networking or, like, a forum or something that you guys used to be on all the time, like, obsessed with it, but you just kind of phased out of it?
Yeah, I did that for a while. I don't really want to say what because I'm embarrassed.
Oh,
but,
I
used...
was it Neopets?
No, I used to actually, what was it? I think it was Teen Nick. For a while, you could, like, if you signed up and became a member, you could have your own avatar and dress it and, like, you know, custom make it. And for some reason, that, like, fascinated me. So
yeah,
that's just, like,
basically, like, 50% of Gaia. Like,
yeah, but, like, I didn't know about Gaia. This was, like, years ago. So I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. I have to sign up. So then I spent, like, just months just, like, custom it and, like, buying it outfits and shit like that. And then... You know, I got tired of it, and then I went back, like, years later, And I don't know, it was fun to see it again. And then, I don't know, I came back, like, recently, and then I found they don't even do them anymore.
Really?
So I'm just like, wow, I wasted all my time. That's the internet, I guess.
I have a couple of forums that I used to be on all the time. One of them was for, like, DC and Batman. Another one was for mostly the Nightmare on Elm Street series, but other horror movies as well, which I just kind of stopped going to.
Yeah.
I haven't been back in I don't know how long.
There's a couple of games I used to play on Facebook that were sort of like that. You would just go, I had one, It Girl, and you would, like, your character would just, like, you would custom make them, and you would go shopping. That was pretty much what you did. You went shopping and bought clothes, and then there were, like, little mini challenges for that, like, buy 7 pairs of shoes, and you can get, like, $1,000 or something like that.
I wish it worked like that in real life.
And I can't afford all this shit in real life. I'm gonna do it on Facebook.
And I used to play that all the time, and I stopped for a while, not just because I got bored, but it kept, like, fucking up my computer. It would just, like, I couldn't even be able to start it without, like, it freezing. I would just be like, God damn it. And I got so far in, and it just, I don't know, I kind of miss playing.
Like 50% of the reasons why I've quit Facebook games before is just because my computer just won't run it anymore. My computer just quit.
I mean, it's not just me. I thought it was just me. Oh,
no, I think pretty much all the Facebook games. I think it's because my husband said that they save, like, files on your computer every time you bring it up, or at least Farmville does, from what I understand.
I had to quit Farmville.
It's to the point where it, like, murders your computer and you can't
I'm playing a Facebook game right now, actually.
I don't play Facebook games anymore because of that, because my husband went on deployment and he came back and his computer was really slow and I kind of fucked it up on him. He's like, yeah, don't play Facebook.
Yeah, I did Farmville. I did Farmville for a while. I'm not gonna lie. I did Farmville for a while, for a few months, and then my computer just could not take it anymore.
Jeez.
My computer.
I never got into Farmville. I kept getting requests for it. I'm just like, no, leave me alone. People are always sending requests for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to play this other game too. It was like, what was it? I forget what it was called, but I'm looking at it. Oh, it's called Bite Me. You could be like a vampire in this, like, I don't know, dark, gritty world and just, like, fight monsters and shit like that. And that, I really loved playing it, but then after a while, it wasn't that I would crash. It was just, after a while, it just kind of, like, no matter how far you got, it just wouldn't really go anywhere. Like, I got up to a point in the game where I was just like, I kept facing the same bosses, but, like, I don't know, no matter what I had, it wasn't enough to defeat them. So I'm just like, you guys are just making this really impossible for me, so I'm just gonna quit. And they were, like, I didn't have enough or whatever, and it's just like, I couldn't buy what I needed. I needed to, like, earn it, and I'm like, well, I can't earn it if I can't beat the fucking thing. So it's like, what am I going to do?
About Facebook games, you can't really seem to, after a certain point, you can't progress without badgering all of your Facebook friends.
Or spending money, which I'll say I have never spent a single cent on Facebook games. Never.
Me neither. I refuse to do that.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, you don't want to give them.
Maybe you should just buy a real game.
Yeah.
No. Because then you can't talk. Then you can't poke people while you play.
You can. You have, like, everybody has, like, a smartphone or something else, so you can just be playing a regular game and then on Facebook on your phone. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't know, but yeah, it is weird they, like, ask you for money and shit like that. I think it's fucking stupid. Yeah. Like, Facebook's free. Like, you know, keep it that way. You make enough money from this anyway. You know, with ad revenue and shit.
What I am doing right now, I am going through my old journals on Gaia, because there was one thing.
You can write journal entries and stuff.
You can write journal entries and stuff. And these were written, like, in 2009 and 2008 and
many, many years ago.
Oh yeah. Many, many, many years ago.
Thousands of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun to revisit that stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, what's my What's
I'm
my
going
like?
back on my Facebook page for like, when I first signed up, and I was like, and I'm just looking and I'm like, I said stupid stuff.
I did too.
We've all
Yeah,
been
I
there.
have journal entries from all the way back in 2006.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
2006 me.
Is it any different from now? Or
Yeah.
I still have, like, I can still sign into my old MySpace page. Which
I never had a MySpace. I never actually really
kept
got
it
into
because
that.
of all the little notes on my comment wall that I started sending to my husband when we started dating, because I'm a sap.
Aw. I used to be a member of the Python line chat room or chat board area thing or whatever. Yeah, like on their website they have like you could, talk to friends and stuff like that. And that was like one of the best internet communities I've ever been a part of. Like I was in like a really awkward time in my life. I didn't have a lot of friends, and they were all my friends. I mean, it's weird to say that because you don't know them and they could have been like weirdos, but some of them like I got to talk to a little more personally, and some of them posted pictures so I got to see what they look like, and granted those could have been fake too, but whatever. But I had a lot of fun talking to those people, and one of them I actually got really close with, and it was fun for a while, but then like just some really horrible bullshit started happening, and like the girl that I became close with, some horrible troll started posting all over the forums that we were lesbians or something, even though we'd never met. And it just started getting like really nasty and stuff, and they actually had to like shut down the site for a little bit to clean it all up. Yeah, it was like fucked up. Even though I'd never met this chick, and he was just saying, "You guys stop being dykes and everything," and I'm just like, what? So I stopped for a while. I stopped for like a few years, and then when I went back, all of it was gone, and all the people I remembered had like changed their names, and all the stuff that we had up was gone, and it felt kind of depressing. Yeah. I mean, it's probably still the same people, but it didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
So, if Python line chat room people are listening, I miss you all. I miss JFMA whatever 123. I miss you, Biggles. I miss you. What was it, Little Big Girl? All you guys, love you.
So you want me to read one of my journal entries from? This is from
do it.
July 31st, 2008. So I was in like middle school.
Oh, middle school.
So today my friend told me a story on his journal about his adventure to the water park. So time for mine. Today I went with Michael and two other friends, Michael 2 and Jake, last Thursday. We had to pick up everyone, and then Michael. I knew so many people named Michael in school. Like, I just started being like, Michael 2, so Michael 3.
I had that too. In one of my classes, there was like 4 Michaels, and they all actually sat in the same area.
And I somehow was friends with like every single Michael in the school, so Michael 2, Michael 4, I don't know. So
Michael 7.
We had to pick up everyone. Then Michael's dad dropped us off at the park around 2 in the afternoon. Okay, so the pavement was about 3 million degrees. Michael 2 was the only smart one, and he actually wore his sandals the whole time. The rest of us thought it wouldn't be that bad, so we ran around barefoot half the time we were there. Dumb us. Ellipses, straight face. But then I got to get mine after we ate lunch, cat face. Okay, so then we hung out in the lazy river for 5 minutes. Not as fun as the one at Wet n Wild in Florida. The one we have is only 3 feet deep. My whole neck was still above the water when I was standing there on my knees. Then there was this big bucket of water on the other side of the park we found after only we had gotten off the slide, and it dumped out water every minute, and if you stood under it a certain way, it almost hurts because of the pressure, XD. It was funny because there was another group of boys there yelling at each other to hold their trunks up, XD. We went on about every slide and stayed in the wave pool a lot. We spent a whole hour near the end of the day because we didn't really have anything else to do. There was a group of like 10 girls in the wave pool singing random songs, so our group of 4 started to try to outsing them to see who was the loudest, XDD. Then at the end of the day we got changed. That damn sweltering dirty bathroom. Sad face. Then Michael 2 got his foot caught in the turnstile at the exit and tripped. XDDDDD. Funniest thing that happened all day. XD. Then we went to Pizza Hut for dinner. And then when I got home, I turned my ceiling fan on as high as it could go, changed clothes, hit the bed, and slept. I slept. I got home at 8 p.m. and was out till 4 a.m. XDD. That was my water park adventure. I'll write tomorrow, probably. I just had to write about this, considering it was a week ago, and I didn't want to put it off anymore. XD. And that's it.
Greer, you're the best narrator I've ever heard. Could you read 50 Shades of Grey too?
Yeah, I'll try.
that was really cute.
Can we make that like a weekly thing? Like, I'll read one of my journal entries from middle school me.
Hey, you're the administrator. It's up to you.
Oh yeah, I should do that. If you guys want to hear more journal entries that I wrote from when I was in middle school, please let me know. Because these are funny as hell.
That was really cute.
Story time with Greer.
Yeah.
Yay! That was adorable.
I remember like in 2008 when talking about emo kids was really popular.
Yeah.
Or like 2006. Like back in like the mid 2000s, like talking about emo kids, quote emo kids, was like, that's like today's version of like, you know how so many people today like to talk about hipsters?
I think I remember, because like I was just getting out of being emo.
Yeah.
So
It was.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Oh, you don't have to tell me, sister.
I already have a journal entry for next week that I could read, so please remind me about that, because I will forget about that, but I want to do that so bad, because these are so fucking funny.
Aw.
But, I mean, my Gaia age, on Gaia Online, my age is 2,391 days.
How many years is that?
Well, I think I joined Gaia, like, when 2005 or 2006, and I stopped in, like, 2000, like, the end of 2009, I stopped getting on, so that's a lot.
You're old.
That's way too much.
Your guy is old.
Yeah, I know, Gaia is really old.
Needs to go into Gaia retirement.
Gaia, yeah. I mean, there are people on Gaia who have been on since, like, day one and are still, like, really active. And I'm like, how do you do this?
There's people like that for every site. There's always the hardcore, member.
The hardcore ones, yeah. And I came back to Gaia and they have, like, achievements now and shit, and I'm like, where did these come from?
It's kind of funny to have stuff like that, like, in those games. I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's just kind of funny, because it's just like, achievement for wasting more of your time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It was pretty funny.
It's great. Like, make an effort, everybody, to go back to a forum or a social network that you haven't been on in a long time, and just go back on there.
I might check out Python Mine again.
Just for fun. Just do it. And, like, check to see, like, if it's a thing you got journal entries on, just look at the journal entries and laugh at yourself. Because I was a total nub. Like, I was an idiot back in middle school. I was a huge moron.
Oh, don't be so harsh. We were all stupid back then.
Oh, yeah. But I was, like, the biggest idiot on the planet on the internet. So I'm embarrassed.
Wow.
Yeah,
that means you and I are talking to the stupidest person on the internet.
Oh my god.
But you're not, Greer. Don't say that about yourself. Mother's Day is coming up, I guess.
Mother's Day is coming up.
Yay.
I'm stuck up here, so I can't really see my mom. I'll probably call her and, wish her well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go see her. I'm actually going to my parents' house tonight to sleep over and have breakfast, because it's the only way in hell I'll be able to make it to breakfast in the morning, is if I'm there already.
I ate spaghetti for breakfast, which is not uncommon. Let me tell you that. That's not an uncommon thing. That I will just cook spaghetti and eat it for breakfast.
Not the weirdest thing I've heard. I've had pizza
leftover
before.
cake or whatever for breakfast, so, you know.
I had a banana. It wasn't,
Oh, but what I did with the spaghetti, I took the chicken that we had left over from last night and put it in there, and I'm like, ah, just eat it.
Please tell me you were making that noise while you were cooking.
I tried to, yes. I tried very hard.
What are you doing?
Ah. Well, sometimes I make noises like that to my dog, and he freaks out. My dog's an idiot. I'll go, ooh, to my dog, and he'll freak the fuck out. Actually, something really endearing happened the other day, because this is a little personal, but my dad has congestive heart failure. So he was lying in bed, I think it was yesterday, and sometimes he'll like sneeze really hard, and like a lot of them in a row, like 10 sneezes in a row, because like he's having chest pains or something. I don't know why that happens. It just fucking does. Look it up on fucking WebMD. I have no idea why it happens. But so he started doing that, and it woke my dog up, who was sleeping with my mom in the next room, and he jumped up and went in the bedroom and just like started licking my dad's face and got on his chest. And just stayed there for like half an hour, and he's like, "I'm okay, buddy, I'm okay," and he just sat there, just like licking my dad's face and like making sure he was okay. And we're like, "He's okay, he's okay."
Well, they can sense those things. They know, and like, what was it? One time, we brought my last dog up to see my grandma. We were all visiting. BB. She was a really good dog, and she loved my grandma. And my grandma was like, I forget what she was sick with. It wasn't anything serious, but it was like, I don't remember. But like, we were getting ready to leave, and BB would not leave. Mm-hmm. We had to like, we told her like, get in the car, and she wouldn't move. Mm-hmm. So she wanted to see my grandma and stuff. And so they know,
Yeah.
They're smart animals.
Another thing that happened with him, I'm trying to think, what else happened with him?
Sometimes when I'm sad, my dog will lick my face.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that too. My dog did that to my mom yesterday. Like, she was crying about something. I don't know. She just cries sometimes. And moms just cry sometimes. That's, like, a fact of life. But the dog, like, went up and licked her face for 5 minutes and, like, just stop it.
Aww.
But I've heard, like, cats do that. They just cuddle me if I cry.
I've heard cats can sense when women are pregnant because they have...
Really?
Yeah, they have something in their nose is so sensitive. I think I've heard it's like 14 times more than humans. Their sense of smell is 14 times stronger than humans. So,
yeah, they're actually stronger than dogs.
So they can smell, like, if a woman has a change in hormones.
Wow.
Like, that's a thing that a woman gives off when, like, she's pregnant. Her hormones are fucked around with. So a cat can smell when those hormones change. It's really
interesting.
I found that really cool. I'm like, whoa. Thanks, Jackson Galaxy.
Oh god, that crazy dude.
That's an amazing show. That is My Cat from Hell is a really great show.
But look at that guy. He looks like a crazy
so
person.
Cool. Awesome.
I
know that's not the name his mother gave him, Jackson Galaxy. But
Mr. and Mrs. Galaxy.
Mr. and Mrs. Galaxy.
And all the little galaxies running around.
He's, like, super sensitive. Like, he loves cats. And I think on one of the shows I watched the other day, the guy proposed to his girlfriend at the end of the show. And he started to cry. Like, aww, Jackson Galaxy. And I never call him just Jackson. I have to call him by his full name, Jackson Galaxy, because it's just so great. It's such a great name. Like, you would be doing it in a disservice not to say the full thing every time.
It is a pretty interesting name.
Jackson Galaxy.
Sounds like a game show host. With your host, Jackson Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. Like some fake 60s game show name.
Yeah. Come on down.
Come on. What movies are coming out? Has anyone else seen Iron Man 3 yet?
I
I
did.
still have to see the other ones.
You finally saw it?
I saw it last weekend.
Do you agree with what I said?
I didn't listen to the last podcast.
You did? Oh my god. I thought you were on the last one. I completely forgot.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, God.
I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know.
Fuckers.
I liked it,
Sure,
so.
it's okay.
Fuckers.
They're trouble, Heather.
Oh God.
If we're going to talk about TV shows again, there are two shows that my mom actually really likes right now. The Hannibal and Bates Motel. And they're saying Hannibal might get canceled, and which is kind of sad because Gillian Anderson's on that show, and I want Gillian Anderson on my TV more. Because ever since X-Files, she hasn't really done a whole lot. So
I tried to watch Bates Motel, but I don't know, just something about it was off-putting. Maybe I don't know. Probably the fact that what is it? The guy who plays Norman Bates, his accent was always sort of present.
yeah,
Like if you really listen, it was there. It's just kind of funny.
My mom actually likes Bates Motel more than Hannibal because she thinks it's less violent. She doesn't like. I mean, it's not like she's against violence on TV or anything, but like she doesn't like how violent it is because it grosses her out. Hannibal, because there is a lot of gore in that show.
Well, I would assume so.
But Gillian Anderson's on it, and she loves Gillian Anderson, and I think she just now got onto the show. Like, they said she was going to be on, and it's like 6 episodes in, and she finally shows up. And, so they said that we're not sure how Hannibal is going to do, but Bates Motel is getting, like, all of the ratings, so I'm actually excited to see which one will survive.
What channels are those on?
Bates Motel is on A&E, and Hannibal is on NBC, or it's either NBC or ABC, I'm not sure.
Okay.
One of the BCs.
Yeah.
BBC, ABC, LMNOP.
I'm pretty sure it's... I'm trying to remember. I swear it's it's not CBS. It's on NBC, yeah.
Okay.
It's on NBC. But I have been, just trying to keep up with all these shows that are, coming on and getting canceled and trying to keep up with everything.
I can't wait for True Blood to start. That's really the only show I care about.
True Blood, yeah.
I'm so excited.
When I watch Game of Thrones on Sundays, sometimes I see promos for True Blood, and it looks pretty cool. I haven't watched it, but I like the setting. I like the setting that it's in Louisiana. I think that's really cool.
It is cool. And
Alexander,
there's like an official... What?
Alexander Skarsgård is really sexy, too. So.
Oh, he always is.
Oh, my God. He's the most attractive person on the planet.
What's funny is that I don't know, there's like an official trailer for the new season. It seems like every other frame is someone violently ripping off their shirt.
Really?
And it's maybe not every other frame, but like near the end, if you watch it, it's just like you know, someone will say something dramatic, violent shirt rip off. Someone will say something dramatic, violent shirt rip off.
Yeah.
And
I do hear that True Blood is one of those shows or one of those things that, like, one of the good things to come out of the vampire craze.
I mean, yeah, it is pretty, like, you know, sexy and stuff like that, but that's not, like, you know, that is one of the reasons it works, but not, like, the main reason. But it's just funny that, it's just funny, if you watch the trailer, just like, yeah, everyone's just, like, ripping their shirt off so angrily, and they're all just like, Rrr! It's just like, are they gonna turn into a Hulk or something?
Oh, yeah. That's one thing I remember, that actually reminds me of, I saw a movie when the first trailers for the first part of the Breaking Dawn started coming out, and I saw a movie with that as one of the previews, and it was like one of the very first teaser trailers, and I think it was like a full theater, and then I actually think it was like the last Harry Potter movie or something, and they had that teaser
Wait,
trailer.
there was a Twilight preview during a Harry Potter movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine what the audience
everyone in the
is
audience
doing.
was like, but then it was funny because in that teaser trailer, Jacob, Taylor Lautner's character, was like reading their wedding invitation or whatever, and he throws it on the ground, and his dad's like, Jacob, come back! And he runs out in the rain and takes his shirt off and just starts running in the rain.
Well, of course.
Everybody in the theater started laughing because it was such a joke by then that, like, oh, Jacob just takes his shirt off all the time. Like, that's... and, like... but that was, like, everybody started laughing because it was just, like, he just... Like, the first thing that happens in a fucking Twilight trailer, he runs out the door and it's raining and he's wet, and he just takes his shirt off and turns into a wolf.
Well, if you think about it, what else is he known for except for that 24-pack abs he's got there? I mean, sweet Jesus.
Taylor Lautner's very good looking. I'm not going to deny that in any way.
Yeah, he could probably, like, turn straight men gay.
Oh, yeah,
like,
he probably
oh my
has.
God.
Not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie about, like...
Yeah. Like, you know, say what...
There are attractive people in Twilight. I think Taylor Lautner's very attractive. I think, the girl that plays the Alice Cohen, what's her name? I think she's really pretty. And,
honestly, if, like, Robert Pattinson is kind of cute. If he stopped, like, I don't know, like, some people can play vampires, some people can't. He's not one of those people. He just looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, maybe that's not his fault, because I haven't seen all of them. I've seen the first one, and part of the second one, and the second half of the fourth one, which was so dismal.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he just... I don't know, he just, if he wasn't so, like, uncomfortable and everything, and just how he was, he would be a lot hotter.
Yeah.
Instead of just looking so, like, ugh, I don't know, so creepy.
I love how much he apparently hates Twilight. I find that hilarious.
I know, that's brilliant. I want to just, like, I don't know, I kind of want to, like, high-five him or something. It's just, that's just great.
I find it weird how, like, I remember, like, when Kristen Stewart used to do movies that weren't Twilight, and they were, like, really good, and she was really good, but then, like, she started doing those movies, and, like, something happened. I don't know what happened to her, but I remember, like, the early movies she did were, like, really good, and then, like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. I'm sure she's talented, but it's just, I know what you mean. Like, I don't know exactly what you mean, but I sort of understand that just, like, something happened and now she's not the best that she used to be.
Yeah, she's great in this movie.
Yeah, because, like, she did other movies when she was... I heard about that. She did other movies when she was younger and she was good. They were saying, like, you know, she's up and coming and she's gonna do big things or something like that. And she did. You know, she did Twilight and stuff like that. But I don't know either. Like, I really want to try to finish Snow White and the Huntsman because it looks so good. And it, you know, everybody looks...
It's okay.
But, oh my god, if I see another frame of her with her mouth open, I'm gonna, like, rip her face off. Like, it's just, like, it's a whole movie, no matter what is going on.
She's definitely not the best part of that movie. The best part of that movie is Chris Hemsworth.
But I don't understand, it's just that, like, you know, she's supposed to be Snow White, she's supposed to be the fairest of them all. Bullshit.
Yeah. Watch her in a movie called Speak, and then watch her in a movie called Panic Room.
But I'm not done ranting.
But because she's actually really good in those movies, like, really fucking good. Panic Room was the one that everybody, like, oh, who is this girl? She's gonna be an awesome actress. Like, she's gonna grow up and be, like, amazing. And then she got it in Speak, and Speak is really underrated, I think. It's a very...
Yeah, my sister loved the book. I remember her telling me about it. It sounds so, like,
it's depressing. It really is. It made me cry. I don't remember if the movie made me cry or not, but just watch those two movies with her in them. When she's, like, really young. I think those are, like, 2004 and 2005, I think, were the dates of those movies, so.
I just don't understand why she can't close her mouth.
Mouth breather.
Like, no, really, it's not that hard. Like, you can breathe through your nose. It's okay. No one will judge you. It's, like, I wanted to watch that. I wanted to finish it. I wanted to, because it looks so good, but it's... Oh my god.
It's okay.
Like, everything...
It's a very average movie, I think. I don't
understand how, like, the evil queen, the evil, wicked, jealous queen is Charlize Theron, who's like one of the hottest women in the world.
Yeah,
Like,
I like
even-
Charlize
even-
Theron in that movie too.
Like, even if, let's say that, Kristen Stewart wasn't Snow White. Let's say it was somebody else. Who else could be the most fairest one of all if it's not Charlize Theron? Like, I think you set your standards a little too high.
They should have cast like Zooey Deschanel or something. Like
She's too old.
wide doe eyes and black hair.
And she can close her mouth.
Yeah. But yeah, the best part of that is like the second half. Like just watch the second half of that movie.
I couldn't even get to that. I got up to the part where what is it? She's in the woods and like all that part actually pissed me off so much. She's in the woods and all the animals approach her and all the dwarves are like, she has a special gift, and I'm like, you're fucking kidding me, right? Kristen Stewart has a fucking special gift. I'm gonna slap you silly. And I had to like.
Technically,
leave.
they're talking about Snow White, but I mean,
Snow White is not an awkward gawking idiot.
Chris Hemsworth with that accent is probably the best part of that movie.
Well, he's gorgeous, so he can do no.
That accent that he has is like the hottest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like
You think everything he does is hot.
Holy shit. He's
I can't wait for Thor 2, by the way.
Holy
Since
shit.
we're talking about him.
Don't even talk about Thor 2, because I will start, and I won't be able to stop.
Well, we got nothing else to talk about.
Oh, I just can't wait for it. It's gonna be freaking awesome. I will be first in line. I really will. I'll see it. Probably won't see it at midnight. I don't know. I don't know how big the Marvel following is here. So, I mean, I didn't see Iron Man 3 at midnight, so I don't know how big that showing was. I never saw Avengers at midnight or anything like that. Anytime I see a fucking Batman movie, that turnout is always, like, the biggest thing in the world.
Well, that's different. I mean, think about it. How many Thor movies are out there? And then look at how many Batman movies are out there. Batman's, legendary.
I midnighted The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, and those both had, like, packed house.
I totally believe that, yeah.
And the same with the Harry Potter movies. Anytime I would midnight them, packed.
Yeah.
Like, I think they filled up 3 theaters for Dark Knight Rises.
Whoa.
They filled up 3 theater rooms.
Well, I believe it. I mean, those were like, what was it? When The Dark Knight came out, I think what did they say? At the time, it was like the second highest grossing movie ever.
Dark Knight? Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I believe it. Like,
I believe it too, yeah.
I don't hate it. Okay. I like it, but I just like it. And it's funny I say that considering how many times I saw it in theaters, but that was just because I saw it with other people. Like, a group of my friends and I, we actually saw it in IMAX.
Yeah.
And
oh my god, I would love to see it.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. And what was weird, though, about it was, like, it's cool to see it in IMAX, but, like, it was like a regular screen when it wasn't the action scenes, but then when it was the action scenes, they blew up the screen and made it bigger for the IMAX. And I'm just like, well, that's cool, but can't you just keep it like that throughout the whole movie? It looks kind of weird. But yeah, it was, I don't know, if they re-release it, like, check it out on IMAX. It's really cool.
I want you guys to try to name the top 10 highest grossing films of all time.
Titanic, Gone with the Wind.
They don't have to be in order, by the way.
Oh, they're not. I just know that those two are definitely big.
Titanic, yes. Gone with the Wind, no.
It is.
No, it's not.
No, well, wait, let me finish. Like, technically you're right. Like, when it came out, no, it wasn't the biggest, but, like, culminating, I'm sorry, I'm messing up my words, putting together, all the sales and everything, it has grossed a lot of money. Like,
well, yeah, true. I'm talking about, like, theater-wise, like, when they
okay. All right, well then,
Isn't the Avengers one of them now?
Yeah,
it better
Avengers
be.
Is one of them.
Probably some of the Harry Potter movies.
Name one. Or name a couple. I don't know.
Okay, well, the first one, definitely.
But, yes, one Harry Potter movie is in the top 10.
I'm gonna say the last one.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I hate to say it, and I'm gonna like slap my tongue afterwards, but probably one of the Twilight movies is there, isn't it?
No.
Really?
Oh, sweet Jesus, thank you.
God. You said Avatar, right?
No, she said Avengers.
Yeah, Avengers. You said Avatar, though.
No, but I was going to eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was so big when it came out.
I'll give you a
Yeah.
hint. Avatar's number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Still?
Avatar's
It
still
over-
number
it-
1.
Really? More than Titanic? Wow.
Yeah, more than Titanic. It's about 600 million more than Titanic.
Whoa.
I really don't understand that.
Another hint. Titanic's number 2. Keep going.
Okay. I don't know. I saw a list of
Return
it.
the King?
Huh?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yes. That's number 6.
And I still say Dark Knight because that
No.
was. Oh. Well, any of the Dark Knight movies?
Dark
Are they
Knight
there?
Rises.
Yeah, it's usually. I'm gonna say it's usually the last of the film series.
Okay, the top 10 is number 10 is Toy Story 3.
Really?
Number 9
was
is Pirates of the Caribbean 2. Number 8 is Dark Knight Rises. Number 7 is Skyfall. Number 6 is Return of the King. Number 5
Oh, yeah.
Number 5 is Transformers Bark at the Moon.
Really?
Yeah. Number 4 is
Wow.
Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows 2. 3 is The Avengers, 2 is Titanic, and 1 is Avatar. So
Oh, wow.
James Cameron has the 2 highest grossing films.
I know James Cameron
James
owns
Cameron
the box
is
office.
rolling in money.
I know he really, he
I
doesn't
really
even have to
don't
make another
understand
movie
why
again.
people like Titanic and Avatar so much. I didn't see Avatar because I had absolutely no interest in seeing it.
And you're,
Heather, I
right,
know
you're
what you
basically
mean.
right about Gone with the Wind, because if you look at a list of highest grossing films adjusted for inflation of the American dollar,
Yeah.
or worldwide, inflation worldwide, Gone with the Wind has made like $3 billion.
Wow.
So
Well, I believe that just because it's, everybody talks about it and,
Yeah,
it's
on
like a
that
classic.
list- on
even
that
though
list-
it's like the longest movie ever.
on that list, it's Gone with the Wind, Avatar, Star Wars, Titanic, The Sound of
course.
Music, E.T., The Ten Commandments, Dr. Zhivago, Jaws, and the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I haven't seen Dr. Zhivago. I've been meaning to look into that. But that's like a more like solid list of like the biggest earners, not just the current stuff, right?
Well,
I guess.
of all time, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, the oldest movie on this, on the highest grossing films of all time, the oldest movie is probably
It's probably Snow White or Gone with the Wind, because those are like the
well,
late 30s.
on this top 50 list, Independence Day is 96. E.T. was 80.
It's Independence Day, definitely.
It's Star Wars, 1997.
Star
Or
Wars around
1977.
unless you mean the re-release.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Well,
yeah,
Phantom Menace made $300 more million than the original Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny because everyone hated it so
On
much.
this, well, people
Well,
didn't,
yeah, but you
people
have to
didn't hate it
consider
at
the
the time.
hype from the other movies made it so people went to go see it when it came out, not realizing
Yeah.
that it sucked.
People didn't hate it. People didn't hate it at the time. It took time before people were like, yeah, that movie really is awful.
I know. I noticed that. It's weird. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars geek. I mean, I've seen all of them, and I respect what they've done for nerd kind everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not like a huge fan. But I don't know. It's just funny to me sometimes how people will just nerd rage about it.
Yeah, people will totally nerd rage, and it's really funny.
But
so far, the highest grossing film of this year is Iron Man 3. So that might
for now,
might
it's
change.
only May.
Yeah, that might change. I mean, The Great Gatsby just came out. When did Great Gatsby? Is Great Gatsby out today or out yesterday?
I don't know.
I don't know. They don't typically release movies on Saturdays, so I'm gonna say yesterday.
All these movies that still have to come out. Oh yeah, Great Gatsby got released yesterday, so everyone go see Great Gatsby. My best friend probably will. I probably won't because I haven't seen the movie or the book, or I have not read the book. I've not seen the book.
I need to read the book too.
I
And then
Beth Luhrmann is full of crap.
I would have read it in school if our school's literary program wasn't a piece of shit. Ooh. There is more news. Star Wars is in the news this week.
Aren't they making the 7th one or?
They are making the 7th one, but Lucasfilm said that they're going to go to the UK and start production. So everyone in the UK, watch out for Mark Hamill and...
Wandering
Well, you would have to tell Fran, but she's not here.
Yeah. Fucking bitch. Okay. Sorry.
Oh. Yes, how dare she have a life and not talk to us about stuff.
How dare you make a better life for yourself?
You have some nerve, Fran.
Yeah, really. So everyone in the UK, watch out for Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford, and get Harrison Ford's a number for me. I'd love to go out to coffee with Harrison Ford, to be honest.
I would love to just hang out with Mark Hamill and get some like voiceover acting tips.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to hang out with Carrie Fisher and talk about her drug problems.
I would just want to give her a hug.
I love Carrie Fisher. She's fucking awesome.
No, she is, but still, just that poor lady. I'd give her a hug. And I would tell her that I loved her in Fairy Tale Theater, if anybody is old enough to remember that.
No, I remember that.
Oh, I loved those. They're all on YouTube,
Really?
actually. Yeah, I went through a little phase where I decided I was going to rewatch all of them, even though I only watched a few when I was little. Like, my favorite was Snow White, and I saw that a zillion times. But someone posted every single one, even like like a special they made, so I decided to watch all of them. And hers was Thumbelina, and she was adorable.
Oh.
Yeah, have you ever heard of it, Greer? It's a pretty good series.
No, I haven't.
It's in the 80s, Shelley Duvall made this kid show, and it was pretty much her just saying, we're gonna do this fairy tale, and they were different fairy tales, all played by celebrities, like the current celebrities at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the first episode was the Frog Prince with Robin Williams as the Frog Prince, and so it was like all current people then.
Yeah.
So it's fun to check out. Like, some episodes are better than others. Like, some episodes are pretty bad. But it's really adorable.
Yeah.
I love it. So check it out if you can find on YouTube, Fairy Tale Theater.
Yeah.
Shelley Duvall.
Shelley Duvall. My God.
I know, and she's blonde. Yeah. I never saw her as blonde before. It's kind of weird looking.
Something else happened this week that's relevant to me. I don't know if it's relevant to anybody else, but if you're an internet junkie like I am, you know Hyperbole and a Half, which is...
I keep seeing that around. Like, everyone's been posting about it.
Basically, this girl named Allie has had a blog for a long time, and she tells stories about her childhood, and she draws really funny pictures. If you've seen the picture of the Allot, and if you know the clean all the things meme, like the blank all the blank meme with the broom and the girl, that's her. That's from this blog. And she's been on hiatus for a long time because she has really severe depression. So she's been on hiatus for a very, very long time. But two great things have happened. One, she's coming out with a book. And two, she came back this week with a new story and her update on her depression and how it's been feeling to live with it. And
that's rough.
I've
been down that road.
It's extremely accurate if you guys want to read. If you've been living under, like, the planet Earth for the past, like, 5 years and you don't know Hyperbole and a Half, it's hyperboleandahalf.blogspot.com, and just go through and read all of her stories. I think, God, I don't know when she started. I have no idea how long she's been doing this. For a few years now, I think. And people.
What's her name?
Allie Broche is her name, and she's just been gone for a very long time. And
well, I wish her luck, because I've had depression. I have depression. It is.
She's been doing this since 2009. She's basically been drawing comics and doing she's told stories about her dog, and she has one called How a Fish Almost Destroyed My Childhood. She has one called This Is Why I'll Never Be an Adult. She has like 2 different stories about her dog, and stories about her childhood. It's just so funny. And the blog, the 2 ones that she's written on depression are very accurate, I think. In my eyes, they are. Just extremely accurate. She has, like, in her new one, she has, like, kind of I'm trying to, like, a metaphor, or like something where, like, it's kind of like having, depression's kind of like having, like, a bunch of dead fish, but, and this is what she says, it would be like having a bunch of dead fish, but no one around you will acknowledge that the fish are dead. Instead, they offer to help you look for the fish, or try to help you figure out why they disappeared. And, like,
Wow.
she's like, here I am holding these bunch of dead goldfish, and, you know, someone else being like, well, I'm sure they'll turn up somewhere, and she's like, well, I'm holding them right here. That's a solution for a different problem than the one that I have. And
That's beautiful.
everyone's like,
beautiful.
why don't you just make believe that they're alive again, and have you tried feeding them, and maybe we can make little finger puppets out of them. And she's like, why can't anyone see how dead these fish are, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
wow, you really just blew my mind. Like,
Yeah.
no joke.
if you
That's
just
beautiful.
read it, like, both of the things she's written on depression and how she's been dealing with it are just extremely accurate. And
Wow.
this last one that she's written kind of ends up very happy, and, you know, how you can find a little happiness in something really, really stupid, and it's just really great. I think she's like a gem. And I've heard
I'm glad she's getting better.
I've heard people say, like, I have never worried about a stranger on the internet this much, that, because, like, people on Reddit, like,
Aww.
are like, man, I really miss her, I hope she's okay, I hope she's alive, because nobody had heard from her, nobody, and everyone was like, I hope she's not dead. And, you know, if you don't post on the internet for more than a year, people will start to assume that you're dead, so...
Well, for some people, it's even less than that.
Yeah, that's just the law of the internet. But people were even more worried because the post she made on depression, and then she disappeared, so everyone was like, oh my god. Holy shit. So,
Wow.
that's what's been happening on the internet lately. That was the thing that shook the internet for me this week, so.
Yeah, I believe it. I'll definitely check that out later.
Oh yeah, definitely read her blogs. They're
Even though I feel like it's gonna make me cry.
I have read them, and well, like the ones, her early ones that she did are so funny. Like, I have laughed until I've cried, so fucking hard.
That's what I love about the internet. It's just like, you know, for some people, yeah, there's like, you know, it's full of lolcats and stupid shit and people, you know, saying horrible things. But then there's also, like, you know, there's a beauty to it.
Yeah.
You know, people put out poetry or say really deep things. You know, so it's...
And say things that'll make you laugh till you cry, and...
Exactly, yeah.
Like, I was watching Angry Video Game Nerd last night. I was watching, like, an episode of Angry Video Game Nerd, and I was laughing so fucking hard. Like, just, like, one of his old episodes, and I was just, like, on the floor, you know?
Oh my god, no joke. I was doing the same thing yesterday, but with Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, really?
I was rewatching, it was his Cop and a Half review, and...
Yeah.
Every time he just went like, Debba! I could not stop laughing. Oh my god.
Oh god. The Angry Video Game Nerd has this episode, and I always recommend this episode to anybody who has not seen an episode of Angry Video Game Nerd. And it's a game that he did called Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, and it's basically like a quote game. It's barely a game. It's like the Birdemic of games, to be honest.
You have to hit it with a coat hanger.
Yeah, but he did a review of it. It's like, I think it's like episode 70 something that he has, and that's the episode I always recommend to anybody who's never watched an episode of him, because it is perfect. It is actually perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's like, just the way he says things, like the back of the box says weird things, and then upside down it says, get it? And he's like, no, I don't get it. The way he says it is really fucking funny.
I haven't actually seen a lot of his stuff just because I'm not a video game person. I've seen a couple of his things, but one thing that really struck me that was pretty awesome was I was reading this Cracked article about what was it, like the creepiest like video game glitches or something, and one of his videos was linked. And I was just like, oh my god, that's really great. Uh-huh. And I watched it. It was him dealing with that glitch thing.
Oh, the glitch genie, yeah. Or the glitch problem. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I watched it, and I was just like, you know, wow, those glitches are pretty fucked up. But I was just like, I was actually kind of like proud almost. Just like, you know, So affiliate of Channel Awesome is linked on a Cracked article. That's really awesome.
Yeah. Also, one last bit of news before we go, because this one's kind of Disney related.
Ooh.
Merida finally got inducted into the Princess Circle at Disney.
What does that mean exactly? Like she's gonna be at Disneyland or something?
Well, she has been at Disneyland. She's already a face character there, but she's basically gonna start being on all of the princess merchandise with like Cinderella,
cool.
with Cinderella and Mulan and all the other like Snow White. She's basically gonna start being on all of those as well. So
awesome.
I think they did the same thing with Tiana when Princess and the Frog came out. But they have, like, the big celebration at Disney World, and they have the Merida face character, and she's fucking gorgeous, and...
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what she looks like.
If you go on the Brave Facebook page, the Facebook page for the movie, they have those pictures up, if anybody wants to see them, and see how freaking gorgeous the face character they have for Merida
wow, she
Disney.
Is gorgeous.
Holy crap.
I love her dress.
Yeah, everyone was kind of freaking out about that like, the way that they drew the dress in 2D, like, it looked like, why is it sparkly, you know, people were freaking out that it was too girly for her or whatever, and...
She has Angus!
It's cute. It's really cute, and I still stand by the fact that Brave is awesome, and I get sad when people say it's crap, so...
Yeah, I don't get why people don't like it. I like it a lot. I mean, it wasn't... like, you know, it didn't blow me away, but it was still really good.
Yeah, like, Merida's my favorite princess now. I didn't really have a favorite princess until she came along. Like, I guess it would have been, like, Tiana or Mulan or something, but...
I always liked Meg from Hercules, so I didn't have a princess that I liked.
Yeah.
I think mine was just Belle. I've always loved Belle.
Yeah, Belle...
Oh, yeah, I liked Belle because she's kind of nerd.
I didn't really appreciate Belle until we actually did Beauty and the Beast in high school. As the musical in drama class. I didn't really appreciate Belle until we started doing that. I'm like, wow, Belle's actually really cool. Then I'll go back and watch the movie, and now that I'm older and can appreciate that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah. Awesome.
But, that's what's happened today.
That's what's going on in the world today.
Yeah. As of Saturday, when we record it tomorrow, Game of Thrones comes on tomorrow, and I'm hopefully not going to miss it this week, because for the past 2 weeks I've missed it, because there's something in my brain that tells me, no, Game of Thrones doesn't come on at 9 o'clock, it comes on at 11. Technically it does come on at 11, but it premieres at 9, so...
I keep forgetting to watch Doctor Who, or I'm doing something else, and then I'm like, fuck!
I hate when that happens. You just, like, try and rev yourself up, and then you forget. You're like, God damn it!
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'll usually be on Facebook and look at the time, and I'm like, what's
today?
Crap,
the episode's almost over.
What day is it? What year is it?
Oh, really?
Where am I?
Well, we're gonna sign off right now, then. It's been... Oh, I actually have... Yeah, my mom wants me to go and get freaking sandwiches. So, that's what I'm going to do. Let's go get sandwiches for dinner. I'm like, okay. Guess I'll go.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a sandwich.
I know. I could use a pretty good sandwich right now, but...
This is the greatest conversation ever.
Oh my god, it's the greatest conversation I've ever had in my life!
Yeah, really. I've sounded very apathetic today, and I'm sorry about that. I'll try to perk up next week. I'm just... Like,
I didn't mind. It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes apathy can be funny.
When Fran's not here to talk, I get depressed.
Aww.
She's been tweeting like, I wonder what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I've been seeing that while we've been talking the whole time. She's just like, I wonder what they're talking about. I miss them, and I'm just like, well, then why didn't you join us
here?
Yeah. If you have time to go on Facebook, you could have spared an hour, but whatever.
I don't know why. Fran, don't freaking think that because you're on 5 podcasts in a row, that every 5 podcasts you have to take a break. Don't fucking think that. Stop it.
And also, we should notice how we spent maybe like a fourth of this podcast just like bashing her.
Yeah. Limey.
So, Fran, we need you back because we need more other things to talk about.
Oh, gosh. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.